This morning when I got out of bed to face the typical wet London weather, I had no idea that breakfast at the library on St. Martin's Lane would literally be food for thought. Franz De Paula from Mexico gave a presentation about his hand-illustrated book, Mentalmorfosis.
Thank you for coming. Welcome again. I am Franz. I am the author of this strange, bizarre insanity called Mentalmorfosis. Morphosis, as the name implies, means transforming our thinking. We need to unlearn the way we've been taught to see the world and ourselves in order to think differently and transform our reality. Mentalmorphosis is born in my mind following an observation about humanity, living without remembering that we will eventually die, and dying without having lived. This makes me think of three things about my own life. First one, I have an urgent need to do. I think of the things that I would do now, rather than leave them there as if I was to live forever. Second, I don't care to be right anymore. What I want is to be happy. And the third one is, what I do is the proof of what I think. So here and now is the only moment, is the only time I've got to prove what I really am. The past is already gone, it doesn't exist anymore. The future is the consequence of today. So what I do here and now is my main proof of my existence. The delusion that nothing will change, when the only constant in the universe is change. And never questioning myself how I was raised, family included. And this is another phrase that can be so easily taken out of context. I'm not meaning anarchy. I'm not meaning, burn all schools. I am talking about most of the times school doesn't teach us how to think, but what to think. And this is about an education issue. Our minds should be our own school in the first place. I designed an ambigram which is telling us about thinking the opposite way. And in Spanish that means piensa al revés, think the opposite. And from now on the book will flip and you will begin to read it upside down. See the magic? For instance, piensa ausencia, think absence. I'm going to focus on what seems to be absent. I'm going to think what I am not thinking. I'm going to change my point of view because I know that all perception changes according to the angle at which I stand. I will become an excellent observer of my surroundings, like Sherlock Holmes. And I will learn a lot because I'm going to be aware of things that I wasn't before. And so I will be better aware of who I really am and what distinguishes me. This process of continuous exploration has to be fun in order to favorably change my thought process. That is the way. And it basically begins with curiosity, which is basically that bell that will lead me to find out everything. Thank you very much. This is my Mexican English. I will distill my own self into the things that I love. People, when are hearing about the things that I love, will see how my eyes are sparking with this authentic thing. So what I want to do with my only life, I want to experience, I want to have meaningful things that distinguish my existence. And I want to do the things that make me happy. Because now I know that impossible only means that I haven't thought about it differently. Why in the world are we here? Surely not to live in pain and fear. And I only have to remind myself of that, to get excited about the whole universe of possibilities and extraordinary things waiting to be discovered. Everything begins with decisions. I am who I choose to be, So before making a new decision, I want to be aware of some things. The rules I am following or not. The walls I am building around myself. How to break them in order to make my own unreasonable decision, to follow my passion, devour the world surrounding me, so I can do the things I love here and now. Because here and now is the only time I have to do my own thing, my own decision, my authentic decision. So Mentalmorfosis is more than a book. It is a language of the mind. It is a way of thinking, a way of living. And it is my own alibi of freedom. And its formula is very simple. And it goes like this. Click is what I think of it. Therefore, I will think of it differently and it will be different. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mentalmorfosis and it's for all of you. Thank you very much for being here. And let's give a big applause to all of you.
Special thanks to the library and of course Franz De Paula for an amazing presentation. If you missed out, save the date, 9th of November. Let's Do Lunch will be hosting an artist talk with Franz De Paula on Mentalmorfosis. Check out our blog and Facebook, Let's Do Lunch Urban Guide.
One thing is a fact, creativity will set us free, in every sense, in every way.